Good morning, everybody. Today's Monday, May 11th. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Getting into our economic stuff that's happening right now. I don't see anything on the dockets for today. However, I'm sure everybody heard that there was a proposal from Iran regarding the ceasefire, and Trump rejected it. And he basically, you can see right here, he uses it as a counter proposal. I think it's going to be a cat and mouse game right now. I think from what I've been reading and hearing, Iran has 4 months before they're in trouble. So I think that they're going to be playing a waiting game. I've seen a lot of these issues with Iran over the course of the years. I've actually been following it pretty closely. Every time there's some kind of negotiations, they are a kick the can down the road, and they want to try to win the views from the popular people that don't want war. So they're trying to wait it out and just make it a negative impact on the U.S. But I just don't think that this administration is going to flinch. Anyway, so let's getting into what we have this week. I would say this week is going to be pretty big. We have core CPI tomorrow. That's going to be a big number. That's at 7:30. We have PPI on Wednesday, and then Thursday, retail sales. Friday, I don't see anything. However, I think Friday is going to be the last, or the 15th. I think that is Friday. I'm not sure. It's going to be the last day of Powell, and we'll have a new Fed chair in place. And I think once that happens, that's when you're going to start seeing some volatility. Right now, I think there was a study that over the last 7 Fed chairs that came in, the market went down 10%. So watch that. Be careful on Friday. I would not be surprised if we rally during the week and then we have a sell-off. The sell-off starting maybe on Friday. That's just my opinion. Of course, do your own homework and your own due diligence, because I don't want you coming back screaming at me. Anyways, in the chat here, I put the website, QOLtrading.com. Go to the website. You can join our Discord here. You put in your name and your email address so you can get our weekly newsletter. 8th edition went out yesterday and basically goes over the week in review and then what to expect regarding geopolitical stuff that's happening right now, and then and then mostly Tesla levels, and then also broader market levels as well. So pretty informative. Put some time into it, so take a look. Costs you nothing. So let's get into what we normally do. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and like this video. And then, of course, this description is down below to join our Discord community. Discord community is free. If you want to upgrade as you're in the community to the live trading desk, that's from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. every day. And we go over live trades, and then we go over the 5-minute opening range trade for Tesla and options. I answer any questions as well. Also, I've been trying to get a temperature on people if they want to do a Q&A session on Sunday. I have not had good feedback on that, so I'm going to hold off on setting something in place. But what we're looking for either a 4 to 5 o'clock. This is all Eastern time. We're looking 4 to 5 o'clock, 5 to 6, or 6 to 7, all Eastern time, all for an hour, and pretty much Q&A, any questions you have. Also, last thing of housekeeping, in the Discord channel, once you get on and you log on to the Discord channel, you will have right here, this is the pre-market analysis. Every morning I post this link for everybody to sign in and see where we're at right now for pre-market. This is all free. And then there's a levels channel here. If you have questions about certain levels, just write it in the chat or ask me to do some supply and demand levels for you, and I'll put it in the chat here. And then what I was saying before, if you want to upgrade and you want to go to the live trade desk to get access there, just click on this link right here, and you click on the link right here, and it gives you to the sign up page, and then you'll have access to this QOL trading desk for live trading 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. So let's start with the VIX real quick. VIX is gapping up right now, all based on the news that the deal was a no-go. So you can see this little gap up here, $17.19. We're above the 20-day moving average, kind of trapped in between the 20 and the 200 sitting at $18.36. We do have we have open gaps. Just extend this a little bit, go 90. We have some gap downs still. We had the first one gap down from April 8th at $25.74. So these gap downs should fill or could fill. Probabilities are high for that. And then you have that last gap down from March 30th at $30.34. That's the last gap down that we have there. So, but we did create a gap up right now, so that's positive on the downside there for the VIX. Not surprised that things are elevated right now based on the lack of deal that's there right now. People are trying to guesstimate as far as how long this is going to go. Some people are now saying 4 months, and if it goes more than 4 months, that's when people are saying that there's going to be an issue. Getting into the Brent crude right now, that's gapped up as well. So I don't have any gap downs from above. However, I do have some certain levels that are coming into play. 106.51, you want to stay below that level. We are above the 20-day moving average price per barrel, sitting at about $103 and change. And then it's the gap up is from the in between the 50 and the 20-day moving average. The 50 sitting at $100.74 a barrel. You'd like to see that. However, I can see this if we get above the $106.51 a barrel. I think you move into that $109 a barrel. So, and I also said a while ago, I think a new norm on oil is going to be a lot higher than what people are used to. I mean, ideally, we're looking at right now. We're looking at crude, which is the North America benchmark for oil. So I would say same thing. We are above the 20-day moving average at $96.39 per barrel. You want to try to get below that. I liked us before when we were below the 50-day moving average at $94.99, but it's going to hover. It's going to play some games at $100 a barrel. I think you'll see the same thing on crude as I was showing on Brent. The level here is $101.03. I think if you get above that, you could start getting some pressure and moving up into this $110.11 area right there. But you can see these speed zones, how they get filled all the time, and no matter what chart you're looking at. So watch these levels right now. I think if there's a deal that comes into play, oil definitely will get some relief on the oil and it'll start pulling back. But right now, this gap up right here is just telling you that things are going to be pretty volatile. So stay nimble and have your lot sizes appropriate for your trading account. So let's get into the ES right now. ES. So even with the bad news, it did not flinch. The broader markets are just staying very strong right now. On the ES, I've got this 161.8% extension at 74.85. We are consolidating right now. Ideally, I would like to see your first pullback level here, 7,300. Is May 1st high, so you broke that high, maybe come back down here and test that high at 7,300. We have open point of controls. We've got one at 782.94. We have the other point of control. So you got this nasty point of control down here. It's 66.57.77. Broader markets though are just, if you just look at this holistically here, just grinding higher. Next, again, we don't have any levels up high here, so I've got extension levels on the Fibonacci's. So I took it from the high from last week, brought it back down here to the low. The low was March 30th at 653.25, and then it gives me my extension levels. The first level, I had it. I drew it from this high right here on April 17th, it was 71.83 for a high, and it gave us that extension of 127% extension at 72.3641, and that got hit pretty easily. So see what this does here, 74.85.70. As far as pullbacks, this is probably your beautiful pullback down here to these levels. 7,034. Below that, I actually really like this level right here. That pullback at 69.53. It's a previous all-time high that was sitting there. I'm not sure when that date was initially, but I think it may have gone back to last year or so. Just grinding higher, people. Just, everybody's sitting on the sidelines with their dry powder, just waiting for a pullback, and it's just not happening just yet. So we just gotta be patient here. So let's look at the SPY. The SPY is going to be very similar, and same thing on the SPY. You want, they had this fib and extension, maybe a decent pullback level, 734.01 on the high side here. I don't have anything until I think, yep, I don't have a level up here. This is a high regressional trend line level here from October. I started on October of 2022. So $802, right? So it's pretty good push up there. So we'll see where that definitely takes us. So as far as the pullback, same thing on this. It's going to have a pretty significant pullback, just like the ES. And let's go 90 here. Here's your levels that you're looking for pullbacks. This is what you're looking for where there was a lot of action for a pullback. So this 716.87 is a decent level right there. We still have this, huge open control down here at 682.26. So I would say this is this right here, and I've been talking about this for a few weeks. This is a beautiful pullback if you ever get that. We're still pretty extended from all these moving averages. You can see that the 100-day moving average is sitting at 685.98. The 20-day is sitting at 713.06. That would be decent. These would be decent pullback levels right here. You could see a lot of confluence here. The 714.46 is a high from April of this year. So you could see you want pullback longs into these levels. But like this consolidation period right here, it already respected it, great right here on, what was that, last week on the 4th. So not a bad level if it comes down and tests it again. I like it coming back and testing the 20-day also. So let's take a look at the NASDAQ. If you're new to the channel, again, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and like this video. Same thing on the NASDAQ. Everything is grinding higher, people. There's, we're uncharted territories on the high side here. However, I do like this area up here. It's a huge number, 31,138.08 for the NASDAQ to finally, if you get pushed into there, that's where you get some, pullback here. But I think you have to be on your toes this week. We have some pretty, there's a lot of stuff happening out there with new Fed being announced. Powell is done on the 5th. He's supposed to be done on the 5th. Maybe if he makes an announcement saying he's going to stick around, maybe that'll push the markets lower because he's been one to, every time he speaks, I think the law of averages, when he speaks, the market gets tanked. So we'll see, what happens there. Pullback levels, 28,631. First decent level here. Below that, you've got a low 28,336. It's May 6th low. And then you've got this Fibonacci extension, 27,880.22 is a decent level. And then, of course, you've got this 20-day moving average with confluence of this high from April 24th, 27,484.99 is a decent pullback level as well. But grinding higher right now, it has not given us the pullback that we are all looking for here. So just take a shot at these levels here for pullbacks, and these would be great areas for, maybe to get your longs here, right? Because these are all bullish patterns. So we're looking, doesn't mean it continues to go straight up and you just click the mouse button to buy. No, you have to wait for your levels to pull back. So right now we're above the moving averages. So it's bullish patterns, bullish trend we're in right now until it gets broken. So you're looking for pullback longs. And how do you do that? You look at your levels, you take previous day highs, weekly highs, fair value gaps, all kinds of ways you can make your levels. So take a snapshot of that, and then we will move on. Okay, let's get to the Qs. Qs are going to be very similar. Same thing on the Qs. Here's the close from Friday. So watch that level right there. As long as we're below that, you're going to definitely give back a little bit today. 7, 15, call it 25 maybe. And then I'm not sure if I see anything about the high side here. So we are above this, there's a couple regressional trend lines that I have here. So maybe a pullback into this level right here, 709.52 may not be bad. Below that, you have a 700 level. That's a psychological level, so you like those pullback levels. On the upside, I don't have anything up until this get to the 748.41 level, and this is a regressional trend line here that started on October 13th, 2022. So went quite a bit back. So let's see if we can go see how far. So I started it. I came right here. So I took the high, I took Fibonacci, and then I pulled it all the way back here. And then actually, excuse me, I did my regressional trend line here. So there's a couple of them here. So this one went further back to the to October 13th, and then this one is a shorter one that I started here on April 1st of this year. So a couple of regressional trend lines here. So they kind of come in here. We're stuck in between here. So I would say if you lose this level here, 716.51, if you don't get above it, I think that you're going to pull back, and you probably pull back into these nice highs that we have here. And I would say 642.18 is a good level for pullback, right? That's not bad. So let's get into Tesla. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and like this video. Just get out of this. And Tesla, pretty exciting stuff that I've been going over right now. If you take a look at Tesla, just clean this up here. You got a nice little speed zone here. 422.89 is your line in the sand. If you lose that, you come back down here. 415.83. I like this 415.5 level. It's been a huge level for us for the last several months. It's a previous high, all-time high from November of 2021. See how the market would finally pop through that level, and you can see how on Friday we had a level there that I talked about, that if you get above, and I think it was this 418.19 level, that we're going to push higher. Oh, excuse me. I was up early this morning, woke up at 3, so my day is like almost half over already. So speed zone down here, come back down here, 415.83, 415.5, pretty decent levels. One thing I want to show everybody, what we've been talking about, this indicator that we have, that we're working on right now. It's in beta form, and it's been working out beautifully. So I made a short little video on Friday that here was your dotted lines here. Your green is your high, your dotted red is your low, and that's the range, the 5-minute opening range. So your range on Friday, you had a 416 to a 422 range, 422.40, and your first price target was at 428. So when you broke the 422, you made $6, and this closed pretty much 25 minutes after the market opened. So fantastic indicators showing you, a good signal to when to get into a trade. Now you have to, getting into a trade, the signaling is easy. Then from there, it's okay. Well, now this is triggered. Do I get in the trade right here? Well, that's a decision that you're going to have to study and work out on your own, right? This is just giving you indications when to buy, at a point where it was triggered, right? And so then you have to decide when you want to buy, when you want to sell. However, it plots certain price levels, right? So once the 5-minute opening range was created, it then gave you a price target. The first price target here was 428.41. So it hit that price target 25 minutes later. And then it got up to the second price target. Yeah, what time was that? 10:45. So you hit 2 price targets, and then before it started selling off. And so there's what I was trying to record on Friday was showing everybody. This populates once the indicator happens, right? So it tells you to get in. This arrow will populate, and then it stays put for the rest of the day. The second part of this trade, as far as when it's telling you that there's volume switching and that the structure of the trade may be over. And you can't, if you can't see this, let me just make it bigger. This little yellow dot right here, this gets populated while the markets are moving, right? And so I was trying to show this, that it flickers on and off as the volume picks up, and then it stays stationary after the candle is done, right? So you can see right here, this is where that yellow came, and it kind of tells you your trade is done. So then you have to make your decision. Do you still stay in this trade? Now, this yellow right here telling you your trade is done is all based off of your entry down here at 422.40, okay? And so right here, it indicated, okay, before this candle was done, this is where it's starting to flicker here to tell you to get out of your trade. And if you stopped, if you hung onto a runner, you got your runner, you got your second fill, and then right here it's telling you, okay, that trade is done, right? And so then you pretty much consolidated the rest of the day, but you still never threatened your initial entry on this trade, right? So that's something that we're going over now, and I've applied it to my trade strategy. And this works with, even though it's in beta form right now, I'm trading off of it because it just gives me more confluence on how I'm trading during the day. So we'll go and talk about what we're going to do as far as, let's take a look at these levels first really quick here. SMAs. So we're, way above these moving averages here. So the 200 is at 404. And you saw how we broke above it, break and retest, and it held it beautifully right now. So I'd not be surprised if we get some pullbacks here. I'd like a pullback into this 415.5 level, right? On the upside now, if you do pop above that 431.20, I've got a 439.74 level. It's a January 13th, 2025 weekly high. You would probably get some resistance up there. And then, of course, we have an open point of control at 458.84. Below, above the 458.84, you got a 499. Actually, it should be not 499. I think it's 479 here. I'm going to change that. That's the high there. I'm going to 479. Actually, before I do that, let me just double check here on the point of controls. 478.39 should be that level. 478.39. So that one's too high. Okay. All right, that's adjusted now. So these are the point of controls that we have up here. If I can learn how to type, I can be okay. And there we go. All right. So there are our open point of controls above us. And then, of course, we had that still open. We saw that open point of control 433.97. Obviously, not in range for today or so far this week. However, just so everybody knows, last week we had a Tesla's low was 384, the high was 431, right? So $47 range last week with Tesla. So pretty common when Tesla gets moving. I would watch the speed zone today or this week. You lose that 422.89 level. Good chance to get down here to this 415.5 level, right? So watch those levels there. Let's get there. This is what we're going to do today. We're going to start off with today's expiration date, 430 calls. I'm going to have expiring today. And then I'm going to have the 420 puts expiring today. You can see where they close. The 420 puts close at $1.90. I expect them to open up a lot higher in the high, maybe mid twos. And then those 430s, these are going to open up a lot lower right now, right? Because our close was at 428. And right now we are $5 lower. So I may change this to 425. As a matter of fact, I probably am going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. So 425, you can see it was 675. So I anticipate this is going to open up maybe in the high twos because we are $5 lower. So that'll be open up, high twos. And then we have this 420 put. This is probably going to open up in the high twos also. So we're going to probably be pretty close here. I'm going to trade these opening, these same day expirations. Why is it not populating properly? 420. There you go. I'm gonna trade these same day expirations probably till 9:15 or so and see. That's 10:15 Eastern time. Just trying to see how volatile they're going to be, and if they're going to get volatile, then I'm going to take a look at Wednesday's expirations. Buy myself a little time on the theta. For those of you that don't understand the Greeks, your theta is time decay. How quickly these premium prices decay. So they're going to move rapidly today because it's 0 DT, 0 days till expiration, because they're expiring today. I usually don't like trading 0 DT, but Monday morning right now, we'll see how the market's open. When I do trade, there's something to know. When I do trade 0 DT, I have a very tiny lot size because the markets move so rapidly, right? It can move 40, 50 cents quickly, and you don't need to have a big lot size there and tack on that type of a risk, right? So as far as the opening day trade for Friday, we went over that. Beautiful, just a beautiful trade, right? Right out of the box. Didn't sweat it at all. Could have made your money within the first 20 minutes of the day. I actually made money both on the upside and on the downside based on trading with that new indicator. So that's something to pay attention to. So come on into the Discord channel and then join our trade desk so you can see the live action of what we are trading during the day. This is the excuse me. This is the exact screen that you'll see when we trade. And then we go, and then I move different screens around to talk about what's happening in the marketplace to give everybody the eyes of what I'm actually looking at. So anyways, that's going to be about it. So if you haven't already, come on and join the Discord channel. It's free. And then if you want to upgrade and you want to see these trading, live trading, you'll be able to upgrade by joining the trade desk. And it's a monthly fee. And then it's, I think we're at like $34.99 a month. So it's a hell of a lot cheaper than what we do when training our, when we're doing our one-on-one training with our students. So big bang for your buck there. So come on in and take a look at it. And also we're going to be doing a lot of talking about this new indicator. And that's going to be, I'm going to definitely be putting this on the market soon once we're done beta testing it. And then everybody will have access to it. And then you're going to it'll just make your trading that much clearer. It just identifies and gives you more confluence on where your trade setups are. So anyways, that's going to be it for today. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. If I don't see you in the Discord channel, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.